Hi everyone. Today I'll be talking about a software productivity application that is called FreshBooks. This productivity application can be used by small businesses or small startups for their invoices, their bills, and also taking payments by different payment methods. I believe this is a very great productivity app to put together all the little features of an application of a software that will be needed for a small startup business into all one single chunk, and everything can be run from one whole platform. So right now I would open my Explorer, sorry, it's Microsoft Edge. So and I'll open Google. So now I'm opening Google and I'm typing FreshBooks. FreshBooks. And the good part about FreshBooks is that you don't even have to download an application or anything. It's a totally online platform and it's good for doing all your accounting and everything and knowing how your business is doing financially. And you don't have to like download any software on your computer right where you're on the cloud here. You can put everything in. And because I already have an account, I'll try and log in. Hopefully, I still remember my login details. If not, I'll create a new account to show you how FreshBook works. I don't know, I have a lot of pop-ups trying to distract me here, but I'll ignore them. So I think I should have an account with FreshBooks. If not, we would create a new one. Okay, so I still have a very valid account with FreshBooks. So on this now, I will show you the name of my company and everything. I'll probably just create a new profile. I'll add another business so that I'll show you a new profile. And the good part about FreshBook is that anytime you log in, each time it will show you a new code. And that's a really nice feature that I think. Well, to start everything over again, if you open FreshBooks newly and you don't have anything put there, it would not have any name or profile here. But because I already created one, I will add another business. I'll just say add another business. I would say the business name is Research Seminar. I'll just say that. So what do I do for clients? I'll say, or I could just say Femix IT company. What do I do for clients? Or I could say IT, trying to see what relates most to IT then. I'll say IT consulting and I'll say create my business. So it takes some time to load up and create a new business. And the good part about IT, about the software, is that you can try it free for 30 days. So I said, okay, got it. If you can see here, you see that it has told you, that's giving us a new code right here. So we'll roll on to. So the good part is the dashboard. This dashboard will tell you outstanding revenue, if people are still owing you money or something that they've not paid up, the total profit you have made when people pay you, and also how you're spending and reports for your accountant. This is a very, I would call this a very, very complete software in tracking your business progress and also tracking your clients. So I could come here and say invoices. That means how to write invoices to customer. The good part is that you don't have to create a format, you don't have to create anything. All you can do is just pick your invoices right from here and create one. I'll just say new invoice. So the good part about it is all the fields are already pre-created for you. So I'll put my phone number there. Okay. I'll put a street. I'll say 130 MSU Road. City, state, city Mankato, state MN 56001. You put Alabama, but I would ignore that. Invoice number, I could put any number I want, like 042514. I'll just leave it that way. This is date of issue, and I want the due date that it would be due. That means the date I want the customer to pay me back the money. So I could click add a client. I could say the name of my client is Cyrus as a button. I would assume maybe we did a service for him, company name B507, and I'll say street. I'll just say 135 MSU Road, city, Mankato. I have some typos here, and state MN, zip code 56001, country United States. What is it doing? Let me clear this field and try to do it again. United States. Yep, I got it right here. So I have the invoice of where it's going to. And the good part is if you have a logo for your invoice, I'll try to see if I find any nice logo on my laptop. Hopefully I can find something really nice. I could put it there. Uh-oh, I can't find any. Let me see. Uh-oh, I couldn't find any nice logo. Let me look at my downloads. I should be able to find a small picture or something. Oh my, I was thinking I'll be able to find a small picture, something. If I can find any, I'll just let it go. But the good part is, let me see what kind of picture it is before I put it. You could just put a nice picture. Let me see what it looks like. Hopefully it's a nice one. Okay, this is a picture of my high school days. So I can just say, okay, this is a picture I want to appear on my on my on my invoice. Okay, so I could come here now. What is the description of service I did for him? I do IT consulting. Maybe we design of website. And I could come here and say, okay, the amount to design the website was $5,000. And I would add taxes to it because I'm trying to be a great citizen. And the tax rate now is I think 8.75%. And I'll say apply taxes. So it would calculate everything for you automatically and tell you that the amount due to your client is Cyrus Azabad, this, design of website. And the good part is if you come to the other side here, you could, when you send the invoice to your client, you can accept them to pay you through credit cards. So I'll say accept credit cards. So that means I can accept credit cards for the payment of this invoice, and I'll say done. And the good part is payments are safe and free. And the good part is I could even charge late fees. I could even send reminders to people, but these ones are the premium feature of this software, but I'm using the free one. I could even change my currency and language. That means if I come here, I could deal in tons of other currencies, but because we're in the US, we're going to use US dollars. Then I'll say done. Now say this invoice, I could either decide to save it or I could send it. If I save it, it will show in my outstanding money that I'm yet to collect. As you can see in draft, it said I have 5,438 in draft. And because I already created Cyrus Azabod as my client, it will tell me clients. If you look in the client tab here, you'll find out I have Cyrus Azabod for B507. As you can see, because I have not sent the money to him, it's still showing an outstanding of $0.0, but I will send it very soon. And I can come to the expenses tab and say, okay, these are the things we spent money on. As a business, you should know how much your money is going. Okay, we bought toner. This is the vendor HP, and we bought black toner. And how much did we buy it? Let's say $400. And it's in US currency. Let me see the category. Let's look at it. Okay, office expense. Let's put that. So if you look at this, if I save it, it will tell me that now we have a new expense that we spent. And if you look at it, now we have a new expense that we made for $400 from HP. We bought black toner from HP. So it'll be part of our expenses for the company. And in case we're working on projects, we could even include the projects we're working on here. If I click on new project, it will tell me what's the project title. Let me say we are designing a game for a company. Assign a due date. Okay, I'll say I want this game ready by the 31st of October. I'll click on continue. So as you can see, all the projects that we're trying to do. It will give us an overview of everything when we get back to the dashboard. And the last feature I want to show on this software that is really very good is the time tracking software. That means you can track the amount of time you have used on a project, or you can start a timer and you can bill your timing to your clients. So if I say today I work from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. or let me say 9 a.m. How many hours did I use? Let me say I used 6 hours, because 6 hours will get me to 7 hours will get me to 3 p.m. 7 hours starting at 8:35. Let me just say 7 hours. So that means if I want to add a client here, I can say now for this particular project, assuming we are charging you per hour or something, I'm charging Cyrus Azabad. Okay, because this is the ongoing project, let me just say, okay, probably we charge Cyrus Azabad for design of game. What did you work on? And I'll say this thing is billable. So I'll say log time. So it says 7 hours was logged for B507. I'll let that slide. So I can also start a timer up and say, okay, start tracking from the time that I am working presently on this project, so that I could build the clients on exactly how much they are using to work on this project. So when it's done, I can log the time. As you can see, I have another time log here. It's just because it's not up to a minute. That's why it's not showing anything. So if you come to the dashboard of my IT company, it will tell me that because nobody has paid, I do not have a profit yet. I have a minus 400 because I spent money and I have not gotten money back. And it's showing my spending here. And I've not been able to send any money out. So if I come to my invoices and I send out that invoice, let me come to this invoice. Okay, looks good to me. More actions, send. Okay, let me mark it as sent. Okay, I'm marking it as sent because I do not want to send it actually to anybody's email. If you come to this dashboard, it will tell you that I have an outstanding of 543. That means I am expecting this money to come into my account. So with this, you can have a great overview of how great your startup is doing financially, in terms of projects, in terms of trend tracking, in terms of productivity of employee, in terms of number of clients, in terms of a whole lot of things that you're doing with the organization. It will give you a good picture of either the company is progressing or the company is not doing well. And I think FreshBooks is a very great software that every great startup should try and work with and see how it can help their productivity. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation, and I hope this has been a great addendum or contribution to everybody that has listened. Thank you.